point. And I cannot wait for that break, so I will not take long. I was here not only 15 years ago, but probably 18 years ago, and remember this room being overflowing when the vote was to be taken by the city council. And back in those days, there was no Fishers, there was no Westfield, there was no Noblesville breathing down our necks. We were unique. We were aspirational. We desired to do something that would make our community stand out. And when you look at the ratings and the talk about Carmel in local and national media, I think that the Center for the Performing Arts, the Allied Solutions Center for the Performing Arts, is a big reason. I don't recall a failed business plan. Maybe there was one. I don't recall that. But I do recall this was about quality of life. And for me, these things, these decisions do not have anything to do with whether or not I'm a supporter of the arts, or I'm a supporter of the parks, or I like perfectly paved roads. This is about quality of life, and something that Carmel, Indiana, chose to focus on. And it could have been sports, it could have been, G League basketball, it could have been anything. But this is what the leadership at that time offered to the community accepted it, and here we are. And I'm so thankful to Councilor Locke for raising the issue of this talk about profit and expenses, because there are just some things, like our wonderful park system, that we do that needs investment and needs support. And we have members of this council who are extremely passionate. We had a great conversation tonight from councilors who are extremely passionate, but I would be very cautious to my colleagues in saying the community does not appreciate the Allied Solutions Center for the Performing Arts. I think that's an overstatement, and I disagree with it. There are some members of the community who do not appreciate it. So I've always said when I first ran for office that I would make decisions based on specific things. And one of those things is having facts and data. I respect Rob Hunden and his team are excellent. Their resume is unbelievable, and I value the input and the report that you spent the money on. We also have the economic development data that came in independently, showing the tremendous and fantastic and probably, an amount that other communities would die for. They would love to be in our position. So this is going to be about facts and data and understanding what the situation that we are in. Now, my understanding is, and I guess you've already been warned about something, I am not privy to any of those conversations or what any kind of cuts might be, but I certainly will be in there wanting to know what is the situation as it stands today regarding the finances of our community. And should hard decisions have to be made, that will be based on facts and data, and I appreciate it. But right now, I would say that I want to applaud you. I think you run a great organization. I was here when the votes were taken. I have been a donor. I've been a patron, and I've actually been a fundraiser for you. And I have seen the inner workings, and I respect the job that you do. I do not want to see us jump over dollars to pick up nickels when we have 15 years of excellent data to show what this asset is to our community. Now, regarding the fact that some people don't know about how great the Center for the Performing Arts is, or you have to do a better job, I have a couple of questions. Number one, who do you meet with from the city on a regular basis? Your partners. What's that dialogue look like? How much does the city know about you? How much do you know about our current economic situation from the city? And so let me stop there and just ask if you could shed some light on that.
Sure. I personally meet regularly with many top donors, corporate sponsors, our naming partners, our naming sponsors, get a lot of input from them. Many of them had influence and input into our new strategic plan. I meet about every 4 to 6 weeks with the mayor, with my 2 board chairs from the Great American Songbook Foundation and the Allied Solutions Center, and we provide reports to the mayor of things that we're doing. We provide financial data to the city each year based upon the management agreements that call for that. Our 990s obviously are open to anybody in the public, and on occasion we have members of the public who call us and ask us for those, and we provide them, but they're also available and can be looked up anywhere. I think 3 members of this council, Councilor Worrell, you, Councilor Manar, and Councilor Joshi, I actually consulted with regard to our strategic plan and shared it with you and asked for your input, asked the mayor for her input, the CFO for his input, and got great input from each and every one of you, including some of our then major donors and sponsors. Okay, and so I'm glad to hear that you are meeting. So have you ever been notified or informed that you're not doing something correctly, or there's things that the city would like to see you do instead? Is there any of that going on? Not that I can think of, no. Okay. So the other comment that I would make is that it seems to me if we're going to, as a community, and of course that's the job of this body, but also I would point to the mayor, is that there has to be leadership from this body and from the administration. If this is an asset that is important to our community, then shame on me that I'm not touting that I'm not promoting that I'm not saying I'm ready to fight for this. Not, how much haircut can I give you, but that this is important to our community, if it really is. And I think that's up to my colleagues to decide. For me, it is. I've seen what happened. Our downtown core in Carmel, Indiana, is the envy of every other community. That's where the businesses want to move, and I believe it's because of the campus and what has been created in downtown Carmel. So, because we all want a break, I'm going to end it there. But I would highly recommend that if there's anyone that I can meet with on the council that would like to know about my experience, or why I feel passionately about this asset, or why I'm not as concerned about what's going to happen in the future or the competition around us, because I'm confident in the management we have. I'm happy to meet with you, but I also would ask us to, within your purview, to do the work and make a decision as to your support or belief that this is important to our community, just as roads, parks, police, fire, etc. Thank you.